That's a lot better. All right, hello everybody, welcome. It's Tuesday. It's time for magic. You might expect, based on the time of year, that it's Vintage Cube time. Not quite. Vintage Cube comes tomorrow. Also, apparently, Vintage Cube comes with a free entry. Like everyone just gets a free Vintage Cube. So if you've got a if you got the itch to try out the Vintage Cube and you have a Magic Online account, I would check it out. If you do not have a Magic Online account, oh god, I don't remember how much of a pain they are to get these days. Maybe they're not. Who can say? But yeah, today is not Vintage Cube, it is the Artifact Cube. And the Artifact Cube is basically what you would expect. Well, okay, partially what you'd expect. It is not a cube with like super heavy Power 9 workshop, like cards like that. You know, we're not going to be seeing like these like we're still going to be seeing like Urza level cards, but we're not going to be seeing like Mox Sapphire level cards. Um, but also it is a cube without green asterisk. There's one green card, and there are two green activations on 5 color activations on artifacts. I leave it as a quiz to the viewer to figure out what one green card would you put in a cube and why. You probably already know the answer, if not at the front of your brain. It's got to be in the back. But yeah, so it's 4 colors. It also has duplicates of some of the non-basics. There are a set of artifact duels that it's playing 4 of. Is it green or green asterisk? The color identity of the card is green. But anyway, are you using forests to play it? No. All right, I think we're in drafts here. Artifact Cube Draft Phantom League. Wait, yes. Artifact Cube Phantom Draft League. Other way around. So yeah, there's a lot of different bits going on within this cube, but it all looked really interesting. There's a lot of open-ended combo space, so we'll have to see how like synergistic our deck ends up looking. Is probably more important than how powerful it is. You know. So anyway, 100 play points. Let's jump on in. Okay, a little. It's about as many as I'd expect, especially on the final day. Jabro, of course, up there. Congrats. So many trophies. But yeah, lots of artifacts. We're going to be taking our time kind of. There's going to be a lot of cards you might not recognize in here because of a lot of the artifact likers might be like EDH cards, things like that. So that's something we'll have to kind of read as we go. Some of them are going to be more obvious. Also, this is not a cube that has like a million shatters, but it does have mass removal. Like, we're not going to be like playing against somebody who has, like to Shattering Spree or like something like that. But there's like the one I saw was Akroma's Vengeance. And, like that could be pretty nasty. So yeah. No, we jumped in with 7 players and haven't found an eighth. Okay, flickering the recording did fix that issue. That's good to see. Glad to see that. I hope everybody's having a fine Tuesday. Mine's been getting better as time has gone. Alright, what do we got? Huh. We could just prick Brea here. Huh. That's very tough. Other cards of power. Damn. Master of Ethereum. Chief of the Foundry is kind of like Master of Ethereum, but not in blue. Mir Smith gives you tokens to, you know, attack with off them. Um, what is Damn doing in here? It's a Wrath. Wrath of Gods are legal. It's just a. Huh. I wonder, is it really like Brea 1? Pick up fixing like these talismans really high, and then like try to find ways to put. What's below the cut? Yo, nice below the cut card. I am willing to try a 4-color card out the gate. I think Master or Chief is probably the better one. Ooh, hi. Okay. Again, as you'll notice, no green. Fillery Familiar is a good filler. These bridges are really nice, obviously. I think this makes blood. Yeah, this makes blood. Ooh. I've never read this card. Huh. We got Boots of Speed and Boots of different speed. I really like Tez here because it gives us an idea of what we want to do. We want our deck to just be full of artifacts. Tez can come down and win on the spot. That seems really, really powerful. Polluted Delta, obviously a really good one. Solemn Simulacrum, Metal Spinners, Puzzle Knot. All these are really nice. Tribal 4s are a little bit of a problem. We need to find more, actually, not as much of a problem if we can find some, what's their names? Talismans. This is the yeah, I guess this is M12. This is the art from M12. There are about 5 different Solemns. We need cheaper cards, sure. I probably could not pick Solemn here and try to pick the Delta for better fixing, but Solemn is also fixing. How do you decide what even to grab? I'm deciding based on the fixing first, mana cost second, and the ability to swarm the board third. So the big thing here is that, like, if we take a look at what the commonality between our cards are, Brea wants 2 artifacts to sack for Brea's effect. Tezzeret wants us to have a bunch of artifacts to throw down for that drain. And Solemn is the fixing. Togo makes some rocks. Molten Frame ain't bad. Huh. Okay. Storm Vault's another 4-drop. That's starting to get a little too dicey. What do you do? Not interested. Ruins of Oran Reef. Maybe it is the Storm the Vault or Togo. We need ramp fixing. I'm willing to pick basically all of these as well. So let's go ahead and grab these. I think they're going to be very Good for us. Lightning Spear and Bone Splitter. I think Mist Vault Bridge is going to be important. This is obviously a steam vent, and we have the duels in here, but I think these lands specifically are really, really important for us. Signal Pest. What do you do? Batterbone. Ooh. E-explosives. Okay. Okay. That's pretty usable for us. Magda. Lochiel. Artifact creatures come to play draw. Mimic Vat also got some power. With AE explosives. I think this is our deck is a slower one. And I feel like the explosives is gonna be more important than the things like the angel. I don't yeah, the problem with the angel is that it costs 5 and our curve right now is this. Like this is our literal curve. So we need to I need to find like mirrors or talismans or cards that let me bridge this easily. I think they're higher than almost any other pick at this point. If you would create a clue, food, or treasure, instead create one of each. Huh. It's a cool thing to do with a lot of mana. This is also a pretty nifty thing. We don't know anything. We have the storm though that makes treasures. Might be able to work with this. That seems funny. I don't know if it's good enough, but it seems fun. Bag of holding. Probably grab the hollowed fountain just as fixing here. Ooh, this Sphinx is also really good. Getting to 7 sounds like a, you know, more of a problem though. Let's keep trying to fix up. I want blue, black. I think white is our 4th color. This is interesting to learn about what the cards were here. How there's a lot more of an aggro equipment plan than I expected. Plateau. Chief of the Foundry makes a blood token. Ethereum Spinner, Forebearer. Again, this is the biggest problem. Like if our opponent looks like anything aggressive, we die. We need to fix this. Need to fix that fast. And Academy Manufacturer is Treasure, Food, or Clue. Forge Master, Godo, Cabal Paladin, that's just his artifact. Sure. Horan Reef. Rock. I love Tago. Feel like MH2 should have future sighted blood onto this. Yeah, agreed. Sure. I don't care about either of these. They're both very aggressive cards, and our deck doesn't seem to be doing that direction. I think Signal Pest is the better of the two, though. Alright. So, still trying to find our footing. We need more early cards. We need more. Okay, nothing below the cut. More Mistvault Bridge. Weaponcraft Enthusiast comes with 2 bodies. Skilled Animator. Yeah, right now we are just more of a pile of cards than anything. Bit of an issue. Okay. I'm thinking the plan is go wide and try to find the payoffs for that. Prophetic Prism? That doesn't ramp us. However, that is quite good. Ooh, the Forge. Ooh, that one's busted. Oof, goodness. I think Prophetic Prism is here as the card that lets us cast our cards. Look how fake all these cards are. Yeah. Like, that big angel, I've never seen that before in my life. I know I've seen that art for Gerard, but, like, I've never seen that Gerard. Um, okay. Huh. Huh. That seems like a positive plan, actually. Yeah, I kind of like this. We get the Aether Grid with, like, the Togo Rocks and the Ethereum Spinners and, like, maybe the triple tokens here. And just deal damage to everything. Okay, that seems like a win condition. I like that. Liquid Metal Coating's cool. Sudden Titan's real. Freaking Braids. I've lost a lot of games to this thing. Again, I need cards on 1 and 2. Huh. All is dust? Uh-huh. Silius Ren. Still don't quite know what our deck is shaping up to be. I feel like but all his dust probably doesn't kill as much of the things I want it to, right? Hmm. Grim Tutor, Revoker. Ooh, Companion. SRAM, Revoker. Buried Ruin, Luris. Good Companion as a fixing piece. We need a couple more of these bridges for the deck right now. Not those specific, but I want more fixing, obviously. I think we found our plan. We just need to start finding cards that pay it off. Sophie, Ornithopter, Scuttlemutt, Kier, Circus Serpent, Trap Blast. This is too slow. Um, Bosch, Iron Golem. The swords are like super real and fake at the same time because there's a lot of artifacts around. Maybe just the Trap Blast? Scalding Tarn. Forging the sword. Okay. Trawler, Golden Egg. Bridge. Oh, like, oh, wow. Okay. So Helvar's right after. Sure. That's fine. Quite funny. Um, Feeling Scrap Trawler. And I need some more artifact lands. This one's gonna be funky. This might be a cube I want to try and do twice if we can get through it quick. This is why I'm a fool for doing these on Tuesday evening. You know what I mean? Not because I think this deck is poor. It's a little directionless, but like we're still in pack two. I'm not feeling too bad about that. But rather, there's a world of difference between like drafting this one before you know what's going on in it and drafting it before after you know what's in it. I'm treating this, by the way, as Grixis Splash White for Brea alone. And God, I need to fill this out so bad. This is still really awful. Um, sure. We want a couple bridges, a couple mana rocks, and maybe things like maybe like if we can find something like a Whirler Rogue or I don't think so. Again, I'm not thinking that I'm in white right now. Okay. Batter Skull, huh? Yep, that sure is a Batter Skull, huh? What else do I like in here other than Batter Skull, Galvanic Blast, Saheeli, Unlicensed Disintegration? Desertion's actually quite cool, a little expensive. Batter Skull, huh? That gives us a card that like wins the game on a long game, right? Like, hopefully. I'd hope. I don't know. Oh, this is just a tap land that comes in for wow. That's a really cool land actually. Damn. Mist Vault Bridge. Oh right, this was in a set with no equipment. I remember that. This is really funny. Brea's Apprentice. Hmm. I don't hate the gold span dragon. That's a way to get a lot of bodies on the board. Is that better than just picking up the Mistfault Bridge and kind of rolling with a little bit more equipment? I think I'm okay picking up this dragon. We need to find some ways to ramp to it. Volcanic Island, Literal Ironworks, Emery, Myriad Construct. I'm sorry, what the hell does this card do? Who makes these cards up? I've never seen this card in my life. I guess it's the same cycle as that angel from before. Volcanic Island seems kind of important to be able to cast a number of our spells. Um, Scuttling Doom Engine is Scuttling Doom Engine. Myriad Construct is cool because it's hard to kill. Comes with a bunch of counters, then if it dies, it flips. Nahiri, Hex Parasite, Ink Moth, the Nexus. Thought Monitor. Shadow Spear. Talisman's actually quite cool. Inkmoth is really good in a number of the decks we've seen that are like really heavy on modular, obviously, but we don't have a lot of the modular stuff. I'm feeling a good Bull Drifter. This card does not cost 7, it costs 4 or 2 or 1. We still don't have a lot of lands for it is a problem, but whatever. Okay, probably this. I know it doesn't fix, but it's a 2-mana artifact. Celestis doesn't do a lot. Padim is cool. Gold! Sisei's Ring, Guild Globe. Hey, Team J-Bro, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're just kind of learning this cube for the first time today, and we first picked Brea. May have been a mistake, but it sure will be a fun mistake to make. Hope you've been having a good time, everybody. Let's do. Huh. What the fuck? You ever, like, never seen a card again in your life and you just want to play it because it seems dumb? There's another one of these lands. We probably want to grab as many of these as possible. Artifact onto the battlefield. Buzio. Holy shit. Weatherlight proper, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Another card I've never seen in life. Jorkadine. A buddy of mine had a Jorkadine EDH deck that used Jorkadine with like a bunch of artifact mana and Armageddons, and that was their deck. Let's get these fixed up. Power Depot? Sure. Alright, we got the artifact lands I wanted to fix up the deck. Hmm. Yeah, sure, let's have the Platinum Empyrean. Here's that dang Ruin Grinder again. Might want Goblin Barrage as our only piece of removal. Myriad Construct is also just kind of good. Sure, I'll pick a Resourceful Return. So we didn't get any talismans that I kind of wanted to fix this deck up. And that's okay. Sure. Okay. Revive our Empyrean. That seems funny. Alright, let's work on what the core of the deck is. In my mind, the deck we have wants to go wide and then use like Girapur Aether Grid or Brea or a number of other effects like that as our way to, you know, win a game. So Tez is in, Aether Grid is in, because those are both cards that pay off the having a bunch of artifacts in play. Storm of the Vault and Brea also do the same bit. The cool thing with Brea is that if we get enough artifacts, you can just go ahead and use Brea's first ability right here. Deal 3 damage, target player, planeswalker, and just slam him out of the game. Thought Monitor seems like it's going to be fine. Goldspan Dragon and Togo are both artifact makers. Voldaren Bloodcaster and Weapon Enthusiast are both artifact makers. In blue, let's put Spinner in for the moment. We'll have to count its targets. Might play Fairy Artisans because it's funny. Whenever a non-token creature enters the opponent enters control under your opponent control, create a token that's a copy of that creature except as an artifact, then exile all other tokens created with artisans. Okay, so I have a 2/2 flyer that just says, whenever you play a creature, give me a copy of it. Sure. Lands are in the side right now. We're not thinking about those. Sojourners is an absolute. Better Skull, Solemn. Provide Prism. Implement. These are all in here. E Explosives for 3 or 4. Kind of want cards lower on the curve. Again, we just didn't end up with as many as I wanted in this deck. For the manufacturer, I think there's only a couple cards this works with. Like Gold's Van Dragon makes a bunch of things that you know, you can feed it to Brea and with one other artifact, like that'll work. Trap Blast and one more. These are all lands. They're not like part of the deck yet. We're doing that beforehand. Scrap Trawler doesn't really pick up a lot. We don't have a lot of like. We only have Implement and E Explosives as our recurring pieces. Can Masterwork of Ingenuity ramp, but it can copy equipment. So, not really. Skilled Animator is basically here to be a pest. We throw one of our indestructible lands at our opponent, you know? Just put Platinum Empyrean in and call it good. We have Storm the Vault. We might be able to make that. Sure, that sounds fun. And basically all these lands are in here. Our white sources are... We need to include one basic white source for Solemn Simulacrum. And then I think the rest is going to be a split between the rest here, which is actually covered pretty well by our duels. So, black looks like it might need a little bit of help, but it also is only 4 cards. Feel good about our mana base. Drop down a blue for a black. All right. This is kind of awkward. As I said, I'm a little worried about our early game. Somebody who just goes turn 1, monkey. Yup. Shake hands, you know. That's fine. Let's jump on in and see how this rolls. We have some other recursion on the board if we want to, like, if we need to do that. If we need to play a little bit of longer game. Padim is also, like, protection if we need something like that. See, that's the problem. I think half of the decks aren't going to be because, like, the red and the white actually have pretty good aggro plans, it looked like. Even just, like, Stoneforge for a sword, or, like, the existence of Trap Blast plus, name of not Shrapnel Blast. Galvantic.
I see him here just in time for the first game.
Yes, we first picked Brea, which may have been, a stretch. But I figured that card should win the game, right? That's my hope.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, the if our deck has a crux to it, it is getting a number of artifacts into play and just rolling with that.
Decent. It's a decent way to go.
Yeah.
You got Shrapnel Blast there. That's an excellent payoff for just having
Ooh.
artifacts around. Oh, the bauble, huh?
Bobble, huh?
Okay.
Now that makes me wonder, do they have like recursion?
That makes the most sense, right? Or they're like some sort of storm thing, or just artifact counting?
I would guess like they have some way to. Ooh, we got the grid here too, which is really nice. All right, well, let's get the bridge down. Next turn we can Scalding Tarn. We can go grab Plateau, which fixes all colors.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can play Weaponcraft Enthusiast for a pile of artifacts. Oh, this is the pod for
Yep.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That explains possibly why I have the bauble, right? Because you could put the
Yeah.
bauble down for free and then sack it to get a one-cost artifact.
Yeah, I can see that. Um I'm looking if I'm gonna be cycling Sojourner's Companion or not here. I think I may want to grab another duel here. I think that might be more important than the 4/4.
Think so. I think your plan right now is mostly just getting down, especially to get another artifact land, which means that you're either grading to tap 2 lands to deal 1 damage to any target.
Okay, coming in.
Glad to see that coming at you with an attack instead
Alright.
of, potting.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 damage over any, especially because, like, yeah, like, if they can play that and then paw that into something else, that seems like an incredibly valuable,
Well, this does not cost
oh, it's not free, right. So they
right.
couldn't just, yeah, right, okay.
Alright, island entered revealed card zone.
How much food slash art slash clue slash treasure manufacturing are we doing? Because I'm seeing that Academy manufacturer that says you get all of them. Actually, I see Goldspan in there.
Goldspan is the big one. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a ton. It's like Goldspan, Storm the Vault, and I think one other might just be
Okay.
those two. It's a stretch of a card.
Still, but still, even with that, it's like it's still just a like a 1/3 that you can sacrifice to your things that want metal to sacrifice to or tapping for.
Okay. That's the worst draw.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
Is it more worth it to get down the power depot and do nothing this turn, or to like play the ether grid and like a swamp?
I think we play a 3 here, hopefully drop on untapped land.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I guess I go for
I think the enthusiast gains you 2 life. You can block with a 0/1.
So I can just play the power depot next turn. And then play the grid.
Yep. Which lets you get in 1 damage to something. Maybe they play with 1 toughness. Maybe you can just hit their face.
Yep. The hope is to use the grid to control the board and like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, they're going into their 4. Well, what sort of bad 4 are we looking at? Nice.
Oh, just get something back for the recursion.
Do we
Nice.
want to blast the pod man? Yeah.
Yeah, Boxing the Paw seems really great. Um, Unfortunately, you can't do it next turn.
Unless I shrapnel blast did it, but that would be
That'd be a little bit of a lot to go for, as
the
opposed to getting the grid down and then just,
problem is if they get into a 5, I don't know what they get into. Like
yeah, that's
how
true. It might actually be worth just blasting it because that's what you can do right now. And chances are, with their recursion, they can't recur a creature as easily as they can artifacts.
okay, getting a mountain there is actually
Oh, then is Brea worth doing?
I think Brea might be better because next turn I can leave up Girapur Ether Grid plus a Brea activation.
Yeah. That's pretty strong.
Okay. And then Ether Grid with two activations and a Brea activation if needed. And then I can start upping that pretty quickly with like Power Depot, getting more artifacts in play, manufacturer, etc. So all we need to do, and so the modes, by the way, are 3 in the face, 4 to a creature, or 5 life. Like, obviously, it's minus plus minus, but they're gonna take the attack, which is smart.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to see, and yeah, they're probably gonna sack that to a 5, right? They probably have some
I
sort of
would,
really powerful 5 in their deck.
batter skull
Like
level
the
play.
4, yeah, the gargoyle feels like a really strong mid play to bridge it. Yeah, like that, Like the Eldrazi Monument.
Good news, Brea is minus X.
Yeah, which means we can force them to get rid of their surveyor.
Yeah.
Or we just make them get rid of their monument, actually.
Artifact spells you can play have Convoke. Okay. I think we need to kill 2 of their creatures and let Monument eat the third.
That makes sense to me.
Right? Like, just all that'll be left is Monument on an empty board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we I think with the first thing first, we kill their pod.
Sure.
Um,
Well, I'm just throwing the servo tokens and the Thopter tokens.
yep. I think we do the same thing for their engineer.
Yeah.
I still the risk is they have any pump. That doesn't quite seem like what this cube is doing as combat tricks. So
It does have a couple.
okay.
Like +2/+2. I could, by the way, have chosen to kill the engineer and the surveyor and let them sack the bit to get in for damage here. But I would much rather play it safe and not let them keep the pod.
Yeah. It is a bit of a bummer that we have to, get rid of our fuel for the Aether Grid. But
Well, Bloodcaster can build that up quick. I'm
yep.
sad we
Mm-hmm.
couldn't play Bloodcaster.
That'd have been great.
I mean,
Well, it's another non-token creature, so it doesn't actually matter.
well, I want to get it into play before they start. Okay, Thraven Inspector.
Sure. You got to see no more creatures. That means they just have to sacrifice that Thraben Inspector next turn, which means that their monument exists but isn't doing very much.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and play.
It's such a shame that manufacturer does not know that blood tokens exist yet.
I know.
If only, if only the manufacturer said, whenever you make a food, treasure, clue, or blood.
Put target spell second from the top.
Okay. And now we just, play the bloodcaster or the grid, right? Like,
Yeah.
the thing about the grid is that it lets us tap 2 of our land steal damage.
Okay.
Considering we already have 6 down on turn 6, we're going to be able to play a 7th next turn. I feel like being able to turn our lands into damage is really valuable right now.
Okay. They're still thinking that the monument's their way out here. My
Is
worry is
monument you may sacrifice, or you have to sacrifice a creature each time?
if you can't, sacrifice Eldrazi Monument. You have
It
to.
does say sacrifice a creature, yeah, like if you can't,
There's
then
no choice involved. It is.
there's no choice. So if you play a creature out, then you have to be able to
Okay.
to you have to sacrifice. You can't just say, I'm actually just gonna be okay without the monument. I would like to not.
Yep.
And yeah, this is them saying, okay, you know what, I was able to put my 1/2 that drew me a card to the monument to see if it got me anything good, but nah, I'm good. I'll let this one go.
I'd like to note that our opponent is one turn from dead.
Yeah, Shrapnel Blast.
Brea does 3 for sacking
Yeah, that's true.
What?
A Battle Sphere.
I thought they were going to play that last turn.
It's a good top end for a pod deck.
Yeah. Alright, well, I can't hit them in combat anymore, so... Let's just... If they played that beer ball last turn, the game would have been, like, over in their, like... their way. Um...
I guess you can block it. I guess depend. No, if you block it with your for the name of with your Brea, and then minus, and then sacrifice that and a land.
Right now, I'm just sort
oh,
of...
sure, that also works just fine.
I'm dealing with problems first.
Yep, no, that makes sense. I forgot that you could also just use your other artifact haver to just blow up their bullshit. Greatly reduce the and then you can make yourself a blood out of that O1. That's useful. Thank you.
Thanks for the blood.
Long and thanks for all the blood.
Two cards left in hand. Emery is quite good, but won't live. Whirler Rogue, Merchant's Dockhand, Mirrodin, Besieged. Their final card in hand is... Scuttling Doom Engine.
Scuttling Doom Engine.
Okay. Well, that one kind of sucks because Brea can just beat it in a fight. -4/-4 and block it.
So there's 6 damage to you.
It does. I can gain that back, though. All right, I'm not paying the... I'm not paying blood for that.
Nope. Great filler, though. Great little filler card.
Emery needs to die before anything happens.
Yes. Whatever you do, I can just bring my things back.
Getting the damage in here, I think, is important. Okay, they played a land. That's really nice. Okay, they're dead.
Nice.
This will be pretty fun.
Yeah, because you have enough mana to just turn all of your random artifacts on the board into 9 damage on their face.
Yep. I'm gonna go this, and then these blockers are fine. -4/-4, target you. Pay 2 life. Pay 2. Then we'll sack the blood and the creature that's gonna die here. We'll get the blood back. So we take 6, but they lost their recursion engine.
Their second recursion engine.
Yep.
I guess the pod is more of a value engine than a recursion engine, but regardless.
All right. So they're not dead next turn because I lost my shrapnel blast. Also, they probably have blockers. Let's see what's up. Mirrodin besieged. Bobble. Oh, all right.
Okay, that's a good little aggressive bit.
Hey, thanks for the bits, Root Salad Kung Fu. All right, so we can pop one of these here. And then main phase one, I think it's modular counter over here. And then all right.
There you go.
Yeah, so Brand's very good at lethal out of nowhere even after we lost our shrapnel blast because Tezzeret was basically just shrapnel blast again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pod and graveyard recursion in smaller amounts.
Yeah.
Um I'm a little worried. If they end up just going like turn one court homunculus, we kind of fall over to
Right.
moves like that. Um,
But it doesn't seem like that's quite their plan. It seems like the core homunculus is mostly there to pod into twos,
yeah,
or just be a thing they can bring back again and again, right? Just a very cheap recursion piece.
right. I
It doesn't
might
seem to be what their plan is
or like
because we didn't see any other aggression from them.
a body that works for the Eldrazi monument.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I guess we also saw their Thraben investigator.
Yeah, which is another body that like does a good thing for them. I'm
Hmm.
not sure that I see much that's super helpful.
I don't think so. I have to remember all these cards and I didn't see
I
them during the draft.
know.
But as far as I can tell, yeah, I don't really think that's the case. No, I think you just got to roll with it. It's just that's the weakness in your deck, and you have to hope that they don't get it too aggressive a start. Which
Yeah,
they had plenty of non-aggression, right? They had plenty of we saw a ton of value pieces and top end pieces from them that imply that they are not really going that hard in on aggression. I should also mention that I really appreciate Mirrored and Besiege for being a double reference card. Of course, for one, Mirrored and Besiege is the name of a set, so that's a great job. But also, the sieges were a cycle from Fate Reforged, where you chose cons or dragons as it entered the battlefield, and you get one of two effects based on which one you chose.
yep.
And so it both references the sieges and Mirrored and Besieged. It's just an excellent doubler in that regard.
Okay. So they have shown that their deck does in
It
fact.
perhaps a little more aggressive. Fortunately, that's still just a 1/1 they played on turn 2, but they might change that here.
Because that thing just needs any artifact to become a 3/2 first striker.
Yeah. We can curve into Solemn.
The big thing we can curve into is Myriad Construct,
That also works pretty well.
which is just a 4/4 that when it dies becomes 4/1/1s, like which and is targeted. It splits as well.
Oh. Let me double check. That is another one that I've not
Actually, no, sorry. Only when it's yeah.
Oh, only as a target of a spell. You sacrifice it, and you when you target it, you say "fuck this," and then it disappears and turns into a bunch of 4/4. But still, it's a 4/4.
Yes.
Um.
Hopefully, luckily they didn't play a second artifact to like back up the Cordomunculus.
And yeah, I don't think you have anything to really ramp into right now. If you drew like a 5 right now, I would say, hey, maybe or a 6. That's
I'm
indestructible, my friend. I'm sorry.
I'm so goddamn sorry.
I'm very telling you, my friend, that doesn't work.
That's a super
They
good
made
play.
It's a really great call. Like stone running your opponent on 2 is a really good idea, but you chose the wrong one to target. Because that will do nothing for you. That's very rough. I'm sorry.
That card's very good, by the way.
Yeah, just destroy a thing that you are absolutely going to see your opponent have in this format, and also draw 2 cards for 6 mana. Wow, great play for a clown in the circus.
No.
Idiot.
No. Okay. Nothing. Okay, Ethereum Spinner to recur.
We probably still want to get rid of her as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we just have no way to get rid of her right now.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I have not read um that the Oh, you get a rock.
We can't get rid of it like immediately. We can get rid of it soon though.
Cool.
Do I give Target the rock or do I give Construct the rock? I kind of don't want to be using Target Construct for it.
There's the benefit if they decided to try to like stop you from throwing a rock at Emery. That they'd have to target your 4/4 that turns into 4/1/1s.
Yep. One card in hand, by the way, is the other thing.
That's also nice.
I want to cut off the Emery so that it's not Mishra's bobbling them for cards, you know?
Right.
Probably what they're doing here. That's what I would be doing. Oh, nope. Yep, they're going to play the friend. That's fine. Yep.
Someone a flyer will get you at the current rate. Especially if you have your fairy artisans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That costs 2, huh?
Cool. Yeah, that seems pretty alright.
Here, let's nothing beats rock. Ooh. Platinum Empyrean, huh? Storm of the Vault flips it on step that I play it. Oh shoot, that's 1 to throw too. Right. So all we have to do is not die, like, for one more turn here. And then, like... everything should be fine because we'll have stabilized.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Hey,
Seems a bit hard to get rid of this time around.
okay. Well,
Well, I think that might be just be. Are you just dead? I think you're just dead.
yeah, even if I had not used my land to Togo or to
Mm-hmm.
there and use that to throw the rock, pretty sure I died anyway.
Yeah, your opponent's quite a board.
One flying blocker. I can block and take 11, huh?
Block their 4/3. You take 11. Yeah. Uh huh.
Mm,
Exactly 11. Hey, attack for his axes.
all right, good to know. Okay. So they're a lot more aggressive than last game showed. I think last game,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think they're an aggressive deck with a random pod chain
Yeah.
rather than a,
And they showed us the paw chain as opposed to because yeah, we did see that like their paw chain included on 4 a recursion piece.
yeah, and then they just pod up to Eldrazi Monument on 5 and then
Yeah,
go.
which
Cool.
in general, if you're potting into a 4, you want that 4 to be like you want the 4 to start being where you get into powerful shit that does stuff in ETB or just is strong in
Yeah.
general.
Animator could do some work. I'm not cut out the manufacturer. I'm not living that dream in this game. No, we don't. Cutting Tez is never happening. Because Tez, if we plus Tez and Tez doesn't die, the game is over.
Yeah.
Whereas Scylla's Ren is a 2/2 death touch with no text, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a lot more, like, of the list of cards in my deck that I would cut for Scylla's Ren, Tezzeret is number 39. with Brea being number 40. That was actually when I built the deck. I put Brea in first, then Tez. Anyway, let's this is fine. Could be better looking, but I think it's fine.
Yeah. Because still use a way to cast the monument, but hey, at least the implement can do something.
And I've got full, like, mana base.
Yeah.
No,
That'd be a bit nicer if the implement could like do something like
one to a creature.
besides yeah one to a thing. Or that's one to player and planeswalker, right? Like not even to a creature.
Not even to a creature.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's probably worth playing the mountain here just to be able to draw a card next turn, right? Or artifact land cycling the companion for swamp.
Yeah, for the black, one of the black tools.
Yeah.
Well, the 5-color one, actually. The 5-color one's way better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's destroyable, I suppose. Not indestructible. Our opponent showed that at cost. Sure.
That is any artifact to turn on
Mm-hmm.
the homunculus.
I'm actually gonna go grab Dross Deep Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You can play blood to play that out. That's mostly just to exist to block, right? So
it's still probably fine.
yeah, at the very least, like if your opponent decides they want to make it so that they can attack through that one, they have to still spend a card, which I think 2 life is worth a card. So out of your opponent.
Yeah. Next turn I can play like the spinner plus the bridge, and then hopefully like find some things that the spinner can start spinning up.
Mm-hmm.
We have all colors ish available. Obviously, I'm on Double Mountain again, so that's a little awkward, but. Okay.
I will make that trade easily. Thank you. You are very clearly the beatdown.
Yeah, you're the aggressor right now. I will make that trade. And then, okay. Make a
All right.
1-1 every time. Yep.
That makes sense. Makes sense for their deck.
Okay. Hopefully we've got enough rocks.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Piston Sludge, huh? That is a decently strong one, but it is a big fucking cost
Yeah.
to use a second time.
Sure. Okay. So. Toggo. Equip rock. Rock is down. It costs 1 to use rock, so hold it up. Now, they can't really do too good of a monument here.
Yeah, Monument looks. I mean, it looks pretty decent if you have creatures on board. Especially
Oof.
when casting your monument gives you something to put on the board. But ooh,
Okay. Scrap Trawler is quite good here.
yeah.
With
Pretty much can only
this,
kill the Scrap Trawler or the tokens that have no cost on them.
well, the tokens don't recur anything, so
Right. So they're free to kill, but anything else is a bit iffy. Um,
uh, less than less than okay.
yes, lost that. They gain
Soul
what's
Shift.
the Soul Shift? That's the one. Thank you. So yeah,
Okay.
fortunately they only have 1 drops in their grave right now, so that also doesn't work. They Soul Shift for 1, but they need less than so, or Soul Shift for 0 technically. Uh, there's like 1 or 2 creatures in Kamigawa that have Soul Shift greater than
Yep.
their mana cost. Like that's their point. The point is that they're bigger. And if 2 Magic players cast creatures and one of their creatures threw a rock at the other, would that be fucked up or what?
They just have Monument.
Yeah, they just have Monument, which is tough. That's a tough one. Um,
That's Monument with a with
lethal next turn, right?
yeah. Also with like
Because they attack you for 4 here, and then they attack you for next turn for 6, unless you can get rid of something on their board.
well they lose a token, remember?
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
But like the big problem is that they have continuous token generation off Mirror Besieged.
Right, like they just have any artifact, which this being the Cubit means that they probably have that.
Well, they just grabbed back a 1-drop, so...
Oh, that too. Yep, so they could just spend a bit of life and then play Court Homunculus to get a whole lot of things. So yeah,
Yeah,
you're dead next turn, unless you find a way to really deal with a lot of stuff at once when it's all indestructible.
turns out, we have a pretty dire weakness to that specific card, huh?
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's unfortunate. So we take 7.
Does Brea help us here? I think Brea...
Bray would keep us alive, yes.
I don't know if it would.
The tokens that come with it are flying.
Oh, yeah. Nope, doesn't do it. Even if we play the Brea, yeah, which we don't get. But if we played the Brea, we didn't have mana to sacrifice uh anything.
Which sucks
Or
because with the grid right now, the game is ours. Like,
yeah, right.
but the
And
monument says we're...
if we had a turn earlier, then we could have played that one in response to the monument and killed like a bunch of their mirror tokens.
Yes.
And then their whole thing looks a little bit more suspicious as a game plan. But unfortunately, because we cannot deal with their little children, that was the end for us.
What's their final? Ooh, hey,
Oh,
Sanctum
Gargle, yeah, more recursion. Okay, yeah, so they're much more aggressive, much more just
Yeah,
get
game.
in and get a bit of recursion where we can.
It's kind of funny that game one, like we saw them, was the game where they like had to tutor up the monument, and they just didn't have
Yeah.
the board presence to be able
Mm-hmm.
to win with it on the spot. Whereas here, where it's just like, we're good with it.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move along there.
And on the next one.
Yeah, I can feel a distinct, just something from my picks where I was very low on like direct removal, and
Yeah.
it's it's apparent right now.
Mm-hmm.
So not that there's like there's actually a pretty hefty amount as we saw pass by, a good number of like wrath effects, but things like unlicensed disintegration, bedevil.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw fatal push at some point.
Mm.
I do like rocks though.
Rocks are fun. I like having a bunch of rocks to throw things. That's great.
Yeah, it's fine. That's Eldrazi Monument.
Yep.
If you've ever played limited in
Oh
Zendikar,
boy. Oh man. The fact that it gives flying, I think, is the real fucking buster there.
yeah, like
It's like
the thing that makes it not like so people remember like Drana in Rise Limited because it was a rare. Um, Eldrazi Monument is a mythic, so it doesn't come up as much. But
yeah.
like, if your opponent played Eldrazi Monument in Limited on turn 5, that was just the game. And you might think, well, I mean, come on, you can like play removal and kill off their 2/3/4, right? No, like that
Well,
entire
Eldrazi
form.
Monument was a Zendikar mythic.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I say, I guess I'm saying Rise because it's close by.
Where is this? Yes, because it's close
But,
by. Yeah,
but
as a card where it's just like when your opponent plays it, you lose.
right,
Yeah, I was confused for a moment because I was like, wait a minute. I thought that was kind of interesting because it was like a thing you referenced the Eldrazi before the Eldrazi were really in the text.
keep this
Uh,
companion.
well, just being a busted card. Uh, which yeah, as long as you can have any creatures alive, it's just no, my creatures can't die, and also they can fly over your creatures. It's like, oh,
Fuck.
GG.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
Ragavan. Well, goodbye.
Uh oh.
Sorry.
Uh oh. Hmm. God, you're too late. Ah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Well, Ragavan's getting a hit in. Um, we'll see what they get.
Sure.
Plateau. All right, you know what? Sure, you gotta get ready. You gotta get white. You're okay. You're fine without that one. They say they're a ramp,
Um.
but
Okay. One more Ragvan hit, and then we're We've
Fingers
solved it.
crossed. They landed off the top. Alright, well, you know what? They're not fucking playing it this turn, so.
Okay. All
Ooh,
right.
Batter Skull. Alright, I'd like to see that one.
With construct because it's
It's just big.
well, it's if they try to kill it, it pops.
True. Does it also let you play the companion? I think companions heal 3, right? Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
a little awkward.
Unless you're, yeah, Unless you're using Batter Skull and then companion, though, right? Assuming well, I guess if your contract dies, you can play your companion super easy.
They're just going to the dome, huh?
Yeah, and they're just way more into the idea that you're going to about going
Oh,
to the dome than they're about anything
well.
else. So. Oh, I guess having double ability to kill instead of casting a spell, which
Yeah.
will work.
And then they get blood.
Uh, mm-hmm.
All
Now they
right.
have to work a bit harder to kill your batter skull.
Okay. All right. Dump an artifact. And then this can sack an artifact to return a 3 or less cost.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. That's not good enough.
Nope. Um. The Spine Thopter can block whatever puts on the Sword of Black and Red, but also yeah, you can just kill it. Well, they can't kill it and then also sacrifice to get the sword back, unless they can play another artifact next
Sure.
turn. Is it worth just attacking him with your germ first? See what they do, because they could just block with their Ragavan and then sacrifice their treasure token to get rid of it.
Or do I block with. I mean, they'll get a treasure token if we.
It's only at the end of your end
Your
step.
answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the attack first then.
So we'll see if they decide they want to trade anything, or if they just say, "Fine, you can have 4 life. I'll take 4 damage."
They get blood though.
Yeah, sure, they do get blood, and that blood does count for what they need. Oh, they just trade there. Also seems fine. Um, and now they can do the swap, and they can get um the thing back.
Yes. So I need to leave up Battered Skull mana.
Mm-hmm.
What does it kill? Planeswalker.
Okay.
Damn it.
Well, I guess there's your other option, huh? Um, so playing the Thopter still means they need to sacrifice one of their things to kill your Thopter, or you can just get the block. Can you Thopter and right? But that's the thing is that okay, so you could Thopter and then keep up the Batter Skull activation to put it back in hand, so they don't actually destroy anything. You just get hit for a lot of damage.
So sack the blood, get the sword. That has to happen, yep.
What if they actually go for the Sojourner here because yeah,
Yeah.
because like you can't bring back to hand and also like stops the Ragavan from getting in.
Mm.
Ooh, hello.
Oh,
Now that is a spicy move.
those are blue tokens that are generated off that.
mm-hmm. So I can see at least one block in. And then, the next turn you can start spending stuff to blow things up.
Well, then I can equip Better Skull to a token.
That too. Yeah, so you see it for 4/4 on the ground to block it. You can block the one in the air. Um yeah, seems like a decent place to be right now.
And I have activation
Mm-hmm.
to kill like Orcish Vandal.
Probably your prism plus your blocker.
Yeah. So they get a blood for it.
Which is fine. Their blood is much less useful now.
They tap their mana wrong, I think. The question is if I try to equip that Thopter, if I try to equip Brea.
Yeah. My argument for the Thopter is because then it can block their
Yeah.
I guess your flyer uh in some fucked up way. Um which means that you can either get rid of well, I was gonna start off with our battle scrolls +4/+4, which gives you a 5/5 flyer, which is just absurdly big. And obviously the other side of it is getting just an 8/8 vigilance lifelinker. But the problem is that then you more easily let them get in. Um, like here they need to have something new, something else that just destroys your Thopter, as opposed to just dealing enough damage to it.
Yep. They fucked up. They actually could have interrupted me if they didn't tap out
Mm.
on red.
Aha.
but they weren't. But they tapped out on red.
Mm-hmm. Ah, so they cannot just immediately kill it. Oh, Lurus, that's fun.
That's neat.
Which are nice enough. They can kill your 4/4, which is good for them. But now they can't do anything about your 5/5 flying lifelink.
All right, and we get one last activation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we want to. We probably just take Luris out here.
Lurus, because like you're assuming Lurus and the engineer, but like Lurus is the one that lets him do it. Just cast a card per turn, whereas engineer, makes them have an artifact to sacrifice first.
Hmm. I was quick counting if the damage to them would be worth it. Ragnarok makes
Mm-hmm.
treasure. Yep. And then we probably get rid of this. Interesting.
Hmm. Curious. Seems to get very little value out of this attack, but fine. I guess they get to take a thing off our top of our library, which they may be able to cast.
I disagree with that play pretty heavily.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? We could just make Tez and make this token a 9/9,
Yeah.
and then like,
Seems pretty good.
how are they killing it? Um, uh, Tez has been all but name dropped in the story. I don't know if Tez specifically will get a card because there's already a blue black planeswalker, but okay, here's the question. I can make one of my bridges up,
Mm-hmm. Which does make it an indestructible creature.
which would be like a life ending threat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's better. Just turn a bridge on.
Yeah, I think throwing a bridge on.
So, all right.
It's always possible that in Kamigawa they change his color dynamic up a little bit. It has been a hot minute since he's become blue
Yes.
black, since he's been the blue black planeswalker
Yeah,
for artifact liking.
because this is without duration.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's just forever now a 5/5. Have a 5/5 creature artifact land indestructible. Taps for black and red.
Equip sword. Sure. Kills planeswalkers. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So who's attacking what right now? Are they both going at Tez? Or is one of them
No.
going at Tez and the other one going at your face?
Ragavan's going at Tez to kill Tez regardless here.
It's probably worth just blocking the Ragavan, right? Getting off the board. Like, you take more damage here, but like, you're taking that,
Well, the problem
then
is,
in real life.
if I let this through, they kill my batter skull, and I can't,
Oh, they
like...
kill your batter. Oh, your batter's gonna go back to hand, right?
Yeah, but then I have to, like, replay, re-equip, and I don't have the mana for that right now.
Well, you can just replay. Because it's a 4/4 and enter.
Right, but then I'm in the loop with it. But they're stuck chump blocking.
Oh, right, because it's a 4/4, right? Yeah.
I probably should...
Right. Yes. Yeah. Because then they have to do all engineer it away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... block here. Yeah, we've had mono blue Tez.
Yep. Yeah, he actually had affinity for artifacts as his box topper for War of the Spark.
I cannot equip and attack. No, I can. Vigilance, right?
Yes.
Aha.
Yep, because a 9/9 Vigilance lifelink. Indestructible.
Thank you, Vigilance.
Unfortunately, it being a land, it is colorless. It is not actually black or red. Therefore,
yeah. Also indestructible.
Yep, indestructible.
So they're gonna use their clue journal, which has,
Yep.
a lot of draw on it. They
Yeah,
also have a
able
lot
to
of
pull ahead pretty
blood.
quickly. You need this to end quickly before they can do a lot. That's not enough. Like that is usually a very strong card, but it just deals direct damage, right? Like,
The problem is now that Phyrexian Germ Token is big enough to block.
oh sure, but still, you gain 9 life every turn, regardless. So like, you can't end the game, but you can, continue to gain life, like a whole lot of it.
Or
Oh yeah, they can also keep you from doing that. But then again, they also can't attack you because you have that life, like indestructible creature that they would attack into and give you 9 life.
they could bounce over it and kill the batter skull.
Did I forget about a second ability of P and Kieran Lawler?
No, like they can just move the sword.
Oh, right, to one of their flying tokens, right? Okay, yeah.
I do not currently have the mana to play and equip batter skull. Fuck.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. They're getting ahead of you pretty hard here.
Okay.
Yep. Trampling is quite bad for you.
All right.
Yeah, here you do get to block it and gain a bunch of life back. So that they are actually still giving you net life on this exchange, but of course,
But now
you
they're...
get theta called combat energy, which means all of a sudden.
I need to bounce the batter skull. And now we no longer have the kill. That's an eternity too late.
Yep. Bit of a poster child for too little too late, unfortunately. It would have been great to have earlier, but
they're mono red splashing for Luris. I would like to note that there are no plays in our deck below 2 on turn 1 and 2. So when Ragavad comes down on turn 1, wow, Blood Fountain's in this? Fuck.
okay, sure.
Oh shit.
That's pretty rough, actually. Yeah, it gets back Orcish Vandal, gets back Goblin Engineer, gets like a whole bunch of stuff.
Gets
The
back
Lurrus,
Lurrus,
yeah,
which lets him
yeah, I
replay
guess
blood. Yeah.
okay. Wow. All right, makes a lot of sense. They're playing Blood Fountain in this one.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's 2 artifacts for 1 card. Well, damn. They're like a mono red deck with a better long game than us,
Yeah. Oof.
which is a side effect of our deck not having real, like, long game.
Right.
Fairy Artisans, and I'm going to. I think Ether Grid is one of our still most important cards.
Hmm. Yeah, I think Ether Grid would have done us a lot of work last game if we could manage to get it down.
I don't think this card does anything.
Yeah, easy resourceful return. Definitely because like at the very least that recurs some creature pieces that we can't get back the artifact coming back. Ooh, I like that we have the combo here. I hate that we don't have anything before turn 3, but hey,
Our
it's
deck
fun to
doesn't.
play.
Our deck doesn't have things before 3.
Yeah,
That's
it
hard.
has a tiny bit of ramp before 3, but no, I like that here we have the manufacturer, and then we get to make a clue of food and a treasure, and they didn't have a turn 1 play. That's great for us.
And
Oh man, am we getting to ramp into the Solemn here?
I'm not ramping the Academy manufacturer here.
Sure.
Oh my god. Alright.
No, they just wanted to dash the Regiment, I guess. I guess they played a tap land turn 1,
No!
so it sucks to see that one gone. Goddamn bummer. Well, that Storm Vault's gonna turn pretty fucking fast.
You got it, boss!
Sure thing. A plus. All right, let's get a whole smorgasbord of flavors here, I suppose. Those tokens don't have reach, buddy. Sorry.
Hello! And that's already off the table now.
Uh-huh. And this is an immediate flip on the Storm of the Vault.
Yep.
Though honestly, I feel like it's more useful as not a Storm of the Vault. Or as not a flipped as a vault, Vault of Catflican.
Yeah.
Cause like, man, what if it was actually just what if it just gave you one of each token every turn? That seems really cool.
Yeah. We lost our Girapur grid. Fucking hell, okay? It's fine.
Well, have you been playing a companion for free?
Yeah, that's good.
It's already for 1, but it could be for free if you play well, I mean, if you just attack first, really. Um,
What if I go treasure token?
and then always have to double, yeah.
Ahem.
Yep. There you go.
Let me try that one again.
And artifacts, my god.
And then there's some more treasure tokens.
Oh boy.
I'll cast this
Unfortunately, nothing
one.
to do with all that mana you're making here.
Yeah, you can pop clue tokens.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point.
Anyway,
Oh boy.
joink. I'm so glad we got to use the combo.
Oh, this is. I love that you got both your combo pieces in one game. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
They're like, alright, GG.
Yeah, okay. You're about to bury me under hell.
Fair one.
Yeah, they had the choice to sack their treasure token to kill Academy Manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
They did not realize that not doing that was the end of the game.
Yeah.
um, I don't know if I could steal a second one off of this opponent, but
Ooh, we'll see.
we'll
Oh
see.
boy, that was they had a bit of a slow start. With their best play being turned to dashing Ragavan.
Right.
Um, but we've seen it can happen. Like I think your deck still does have some stuff going for it. Also, your Aether Grid there would have been excellent, but they managed to steal it.
I
Right? If you
know.
managed to get the Aether Grid down,
The
then
Aether Grid
they were
adds.
also in a ton of trouble
Yeah. We need to.
because they could do nothing.
We need that one very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Think of what I don't want here. Most everything else is good here. I mean, good as in good enough. All right, let's see if we can get this one. E-explosives.
Mm. I like to see that one honestly. I like to. I mentioned that one having that one later in the game.
Yeah.
See more what our opponent does.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, all right. Turn one not having a play is just like the
Like, not Ragvan on
break.
one? Oh,
Uh-huh. It's like worst case here, we can even use that shrapnel blast. It's a really tough play for us because it puts us back on mana, but at the very least we can do it.
sure. Four, okay.
Almost. Okay. That's not quite in their plan, but it is a decent thing.
That might be worth killing in some form.
Yeah, I think that it can get through a ton of damage very quickly, especially if they can just have a bunch of like non-creature artifacts in their hand to play out right now.
Depends. Oh, Brea also might just be the play here is the problem.
Right.
Thank you.
And at the very least here, if they have like a really explosive turn, they can just get in for a ton of damage. We can, block some of it.
Yeah. I think we should be okay. I get the
Mm-hmm.
thought monitor for one next turn. Okay. What the fuck is this?
Okay, alright, whatever that fucking card was. I guess they had the exact answer
Yeah.
how to ruin us. Oh well. Sometimes that happens, I guess.
I've somebody created that card to kill me in that position, huh? Um, 2 cards in hand. Two cards in hand. Sure. Okay. All right. I think this is Thought Monitor. Hold up Shrapnel Blast.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. At least keeps your skin in the game. Um,
Do I have to blast the dragon this turn or next is the question.
right before they can get a trigger off of it, I think you
Yeah.
might need to throw a rock away to get rid of that dragon.
Yeah. Like this play is pretty obvious to me.
Yeah, it's 2 mana to get a 2/2 flyer and draw 2 cards. That's not bad at all. Um, and yeah, that gets rid of that. They can then get back their Warhammer, but they don't have great attacks with it. At the very least, we can kill their engineer if they want to attack with it, if that's their plan. Like we absolutely still have some chance in this game because they're down to 1 card in hand, and we still have a bunch. We just need to make
Uh,
sure we can play fast enough to get there. And yes, they also have that, which is gonna be tough. But at the very least, we have much more we can immediately convert into value. Um,
yep. Okay. E explosives on 3.
Seems pretty strong to me. It gets rid of their two of their threats. Um, two also seems decent. Gets rid of their journal and their engineer.
Yeah.
Because 3 also gets rid of our war chief, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we can throw a rock at their war chief and then get rid of their other two of their other things.
Okay.
Interesting. I was planning on bringing it back. Yeah, it's probably worth just blocking, killing off their Ragavan. That card is too good value on its own, and I think it is extra too good value in their deck.
I still have the... Ah. This is non-basic land your opponent controls. Okay. Five counters on that journal.
Oof.
Okay. Alright.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Felt like there was a path to victory there, but it just didn't work out for us.
My problem is that them at 20, I'm not sure if there's a path to victory.
Oh, sure. With the amount we need to get through. Mm-hmm.
Well, like, also, like, they still, like maybe on 2, getting rid of the engineer and this, the journal, but that still left, like, way too much aggression out of them. I guess I
Mm-hmm.
should have fucking played around Subterranean Tremors, huh?
Yeah,
Whoop.
well, yeah, played around that card that was from Conspiracy. That
I've, I've,
you should have known about.
how do I leave? Okay. Holy shit! Like, I thought it
Yeah.
was so. Like, I thought it was safe because I'm like, okay, if they play like, you know, a sweeper, it should kill their own dudes.
Mm-hmm.
If they play the
Yeah.
sword equip, they're it's like there's not only one card.
Yeah, they're
It also
fine there, right?
stone rain dust,
Yeah.
which oh boy,
God. It was wild.
because yeah, the other line there would have been like just kill the dragon outright on our turn, which would have also stone rained us.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, I'll be back in a moment.
sounds good. All right, this is gonna be the long draft. This is gonna be the full 9 games to get somewhere with this deck. Okay. Now, what do we got over here? Target player discards a card. Okay. Oh, Nelly. Okay, sack an artifact. Search library for a construct. Okay. I can sack that for a card and search a construct. Instant speed.
All right, I have returned. I see we can play this on turn 4 almost naturally.
I chose not to play this Spined Thopter, so I had something to discard to implement. Alright. What's your construct look like? It's gotta be really good here. Hangerback. Okay. I won't disagree. That one's pretty good.
It's a pretty okay construct.
Okay.
Sure, that's a decent draw too. It takes a little bit of time, but hand back on 1.
Alright.
Sure.
Sure.
It takes a while for it to get big there. We got a 4/4 in the air, so like that's getting us 3 artifacts every turn that we can then convert into killing things like your Hangerbach Walker. The nice thing here is that every Goldspan Dragon attack just converts exactly into 1 activation of Brea.
Yes. I could attack with the Thopters too, but there is a... Oh no, this turn would have been safe. Next turn is when it's unsafe. Because they could, like, do some, like, flipping out movements, but... Anyway. Goldspan is very powerful.
Very strong card. Perhaps too strong a card.
In the long line of, like, playable 5-drop dragons,
Is it the most playable one?
might be.
Like, it feels almost more playable than Thundermaw, even.
Thundermaw's the one I think of, you know, you got that, you got, like, there's not a ton of them, but, you know, it lacks protection, but its protection is also making mana.
Right, its protection is I get to keep the
Oh
gate
no.
up.
Oh no.
Ooh. Well, RIP our super move. Probably it's just worth killing the hanger back here, right?
Just get it the hell off the table right now.
Yeah, before it can become more than a 1/1 Thopter. And the nice thing is we can still attack him with our gold span because
They don't have enough power to...
yeah, like well, even if they could crew it, we could still keep up the,
Oh,
instant speed -4/-4 to it.
they can crew it. They'll get a 1/1 token here.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, if they crew it, then we just say, okay, cool. Well, it's a 2/1 now. So
Right.
great. Good for you.
All right. You want it? You got it,
Another
boss.
construct. Okay, sure.
Okay. Here's my thought process. I kind of want to play out either Storm the Vault or Fairy Artisans here.
Hmm.
I think Storm the Vault is safer.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna get to connect with it, or they're gonna have to sacrifice some stuff for you to stop you. Um, and that gets another treasure token, and then also just you know academy.
Yep.
That is a fine play in most situations.
Yep. Nope. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Haha! I'll use my oh no. Oh, I have no good blocks, do I? Oh no.
-4, target
Yep.
you.
Sacrifice well, that for the mana, of course. And then sacrifice a clue token and uh probably one of the Thopters still, yeah. They didn't know it, but they were trading their big ship for a Thopter. That's what was happening no matter what.
Okay. And cool thing about that, I don't flip Storm.
Yeah, you get to make it another treasure token next turn.
I want the Thopter around because I want to be able to bop my opponent with tiny Thopters.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Storm the Vaults. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that one. Them on 4 cards and then decided to draw 2 more because they don't know what the fuck to do with their cards in hand.
Well, one of their cards they had was draw 7, right? Like, and they're clearly
Oh
not
yeah,
playing it. Cold Span Dragon, you're dumb as shit. Ooh, okay.
Sure. Okay, yeah, you got it. It's pretty fucking strong.
Okay, I'm Gyro.
It's also pretty strong. They can draw a lot of cards.
Mm-hmm.
These cards ain't no slouches either. I mean, we can weaponsmith, weaponcraft enthusiast, and kill their 4/4 flyer to get in for uh another 2 treasure tokens.
Oh, and a bridge.
Hey, and a bridge. So you're gonna flip that next turn. Do you kill their 4/4 flyer this turn? Or do you kill their Joyra? Or do you kill both? Can you kill both?
I could, but that's a lot of, like, metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can scrap
Oh,
the
they
card
can.
and
They
make a
can. Yeah,
minor.
they can. To get their thing up to it. But still, like we can also, in response, yeah. Okay, that means that we largely probably don't want to do anything right now.
I probably just want to play Fairy
Um.
Artisans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then just leave up like tricks, or leave up our own activation to do stuff to them, so they can't modular onto something without us being able to respond with -4/-4. I suppose killing their Joyer is relatively free, because they cannot modular onto it, but still, that is my biggest worry right now, is them just being able to say, cool, I get to, flip out and draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah,
Because every time I cast an artifact, that artifact draws me a card.
understandable. If they trade, they trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Old Span's has done its job for us.
Yeah, I wanted another artifact in play was the big bit, and then once I flip the Storm the Vaults, I won't care.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we lose the ability to tap for 2 color mana instead of 1, but we also get a, you know, we also get a
Oh yeah.
academy.
So then I want to go. Kill Joyra. That's not gonna do anything. Let's just go. Little awkward, but this is, I think, what we have to do this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Joyra's out.
Yep. That greatly reduces the amount of the amount they can explode next turn.
They get their familiar plus draw.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Bee.
That's another good construct. Um,
Terrible for Fairy
it's
Artisans.
yeah, Fairy Artisans is fucking dead this turn. Because yeah, they can just very easily play that for 3 and then just
Yeah.
remove, kill our Fairy Artisans. But and I mean, looking forward, it's not like it's a bummer to see them be able to do something, like that. But for now, it's not the strongest thing in the world. At least gives us it doesn't kill us next turn, right? It gives us more time to find something to explode back at them.
Yeah. They don't have the mana to play it for big enough to Brea. If they try to sack Recombiner to move the counters, I can kill in response.
Mm-hmm.
If they play a 7th land, I guess sure they can try to kill Brea here, but
Yeah.
okay. No, the 0/0 will die on attempt. I'm sorry, what the fuck is this?
Okay, you can +1 it to give something affinity for artifacts, or to make just a 1/1. So what are they casting
So then
for?
they get the Lucky Bee for 4 because they.
Sure, okay, yeah, and then they can kill our 4/4 or 2/2 flyer if they want for the sacrificing the Wahibi entirely, which I think we are cool with.
But yeah, the 0/0 dies instantly. There's no interrupt. Okay.
They get their final construct, which we'll see what it is. I can't imagine they can pull out anything better than Walking Ballista and Hangerback Walker. I
Yeah, we
think those
gotta
may be
be.
the 2 best constructs ever printed. So
Yeah. So they failed to get Brea for this.
Yeah, Bray may be out of juice for now, but we have the weaponcraft enthusiast in hand. They're out of mana, so
Fail to
we can attack
find.
in. Okay, all right. I was not expecting their next best card to be nothing. I was expecting them to find something, just something that's not quite as good as two of the best artifacts printed in Magic the Gathering. Two of the best,
Right.
creature artifacts, really. Let's be clear. There's tons of non-creature artifacts that are way stronger than those two, but in terms of creatures, they're at the top. Are Gearhawks also constructs? Maybe I don't realize how many things are constructs. Sorry. If we're just talking about artifact creatures, then yes. But no, Golos is not a construct, but it is an artifact creatures. If we're just talking about pure artifact creatures. Golos is is at least the most format warping, if not the strongest.
Yeah. So, cool thing, if they ever cast that uh 6-drop that wheels, they lose on the spot.
You're
Fuck.
giving us.
Ah, fuck.
Mm.
Hmm. That might be enough to be game right there.
Oh boy, that is really hard for us.
That.
We can't even use. We can still. We can kill their Burgie right now.
Hmm. But
That's
like,
probably worth doing. Is just killing their Burgie. It does leave us with very little, but there's still a shot. Um.
what am I trying to draw that wins me it from here?
hmm.
This is tragically bad for us.
You still have.
All right, so let's go. Blasters?
I would kill their Burgie. I think that being able to get mana back every play is gonna be really strong if they play their wheel. I think that's how to make their wheel. I think that's how to make their wheel into a full victory.
No, I
Is
can't
by
kill.
being able to.
The problem
Hmm?
is the wheel is a 7/4 menace.
Sure, yeah.
Like, that's the main issue I'm seeing is I want to
So
outrace the
we
wheel.
have we have Batter Skull on our deck still, right?
Yeah.
We still have things that can deal with that.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, I want to get rid of their ability to just win on the spot. Um,
I'm gonna sack the.
yeah, even though we would lose the ability to get back a 4/4 token, I think that's worthwhile.
Damn. Okay. This feels like a game that like has slipped away from us that we should have won 3 turns ago.
Yeah.
I feel like something's just gone horribly wrong, and like
Mm-hmm.
I have to go back and see what I've missed because did I just need to be more aggressive with activations on
Yeah, I think there was a turn where we might have been able to play the Weaponcraft Enthusiast and then also use all the. Uh,
okay.
okay.
If I draw like Shrapnel Blast, that'd be very good. All right.
Well,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay. All right.
Finally, you can name a card that that is useful and that you can get.
That's good. Um, let's draw some goddamn cards then, shall we?
Yeah. Let's get a whole new hand.
All right. That'll get a whole new 7 as well, but that's fine. Sack the. Servo, please. May. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take that. Thanks.
And it's worded as each player gets to make their own the choice for themselves.
All right. Could look better. Can I play out all of these? Yes.
Fortunately, you're 7 land or 4 lands off this one, but I guess not the most unexpected thing.
The blood should super help.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna go.
What's your opponent can do in response? Like it seems like they were able to draw out a lot of their best cards with their
Yes.
contract finder.
They
So it's
don't.
entirely possible that even with drawing 3 non-lands and 4 lands, that you still had a better draw than them. No guarantees there, but they're down to pretty low.
So right now they have 8 lands in play. So 9 out of the
Mhm.
17 there are lands.
Yeah.
So
So chances are they're at least in the same boat as us, where they can make a couple plays here. Maybe a lot that aren't like the strongest in the world.
mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that us talking about all this is going to turn into them just playing the most bullshit thing in the world for us. I'm gonna play that sweeper.
You give me a. I mean, I don't care about sweeper. I get 5
I sure
blood
you get
from
5
that.
blood.
Okay, go grab a 2-drop.
Okay. They +1 to. Okay.
Why is Skyclave Apparition in the artifact cube for interaction? Like
Hmm. Yeah.
they wanted interaction that wasn't like 1 mana, 2 mana like shatter level stuff, but they wanted it still be strong answers. So what did they grab? That was
Yeah.
a Nim Death Mantle. Oh fuck! Is there an infinite? I see this card and I just think infinite, right? Like,
um.
hmm.
See. Uh.
4. They would need like Cathodian. Fine.
Okay. Sure. That's one of their cards. That's one of their cards.
I didn't need that one anyway.
That wasn't a big part of.
Fine.
Okay. They just found a bunch of removal. It's fine. You got rocks. Don't worry about it. You know, they have removal, you have rocks, and you're ahead on cards
Yeah.
and life. And all these cards in hand to turn into rocks. See more rocks for you.
Would love
No
some
problem.
love some blood. All right, so their hand was just 4 pieces of removal and like, okay, they have again 12 cards left. 8 of those are lands.
Yeah.
They cannot have much left. Like again, out of 12 cards, 4 action pieces. Okay.
Unfortunately, they still have a Planeswalker that can just start making them 1/1s. Not 1/1s that can have the most effective effect on the board, but that can eventually get them somewhere.
We'll be able to kill Saheeli next turn, finally.
That's true.
No, thanks.
No, you know what? Have a rock. Fuck you.
You can have a rock.
You can spend another 4 on your tribute mage, and then that's fair. That's fine.
Oh shit, is that not a crit?
Oh fuck.
Did
That's just any creature.
Oh boy, I misread
Oh
Nim Death
shit.
Mantle. I thought it was a
Well,
crypt. All right.
well, this is making it a little harder to win. Because
Yep.
now they get to bring that thing back and get rid of our rock thrower.
Yeah, I was misstep on my.
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, right? Like, even if they let it live, they still get a 4/4 that can,
No,
start doing this to us.
yeah, but now I can't kill Zahili. Like,
True.
like
Yeah.
that very specifically brought my board from like fine to
Maybe
very
we can still do something to, no, this is over, actually.
yeah. That was a very very bad play. I swore that was equipped. Well, okay.
Well, well, free draw. It's not a land, right? Ha 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 ha.
Sure, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I mean, that lets you double lock the apparition, which I suppose they can bring back again, but then, still we get a 3/3 for double locking the apparition.
There's one swamp left in deck. One swamp, one
Okay.
3 lands, explosives,
He's supposed to be excellent right now.
Tezzeret, Batterskull, Girapur Grid.
Expos is on 4, I think. That would get rid of the Sahili and the
Nim is
Death
2.
Mantle's a 4, right? Oh, it's a 2. Then we just do it on 2 if we get it?
Yeah, I would do it on 2.
Yeah. I guess sort of the recursion piece that lets them get away with some real strong stuff.
Doesn't hurt anything we control.
Yeah.
They have 6 cards in deck. We might have the alternate win con.
Yeah, just like run them out of ability to kill us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 5 in deck. The longer they wait, the more we're likely to draw, a biggie.
Hey!
Okay. So we're thinking 2?
Yeah, because 3 they can just get back their
Yeah.
apparition and attach it to it. Or they get back their apparition and their treasure mage because the triggers both are individual and like
Yeah.
once it's back on the field, it's fine. Yeah, I think 2 means we can just get rid of that one. It gets rid of nothing on our board.
My prism.
Um or a prism, sure. Oh well. We get to generate one less mana with our thing that we don't need mana from anymore. Uh
Out of our deck, there's
I'm a bit
11,
surprised they haven't been
11 cards. 3 of them are land. One's a fetch. 2 of them are duels.
and like at this point they attack with their Skycleave apparition and like we block with our Solemn and we get a 3/3 and a draw card.
Where do we get a 3/3 from?
Their Skyclave apparition.
Oh, well, it doesn't kill it. It's a 4/4.
Well, right, but we activate the engineered explosives.
Oh yes, if they
If they attack in, then
um, that's the infinite.
um
I have to pop this now.
mhm. Yeah, mhm. Yep.
It was Ironworks. That was the infinite.
Well, they still need to. I guess they cast it infinitely, but like, what do they get for that?
Somebody who's playing in Ironworks has an infinite.
Fair enough. We wanted to kill it anyway, so well, there's one of our last lands to draw, so it's gone now. Our opponent's not directly threatening us, and they have another 4 turns to draw something to actually threaten us. We get to kill their one of their Saheelis that makes them 1/1s, and now they have another one that makes them 1/1s. But like, look, it's okay. Yes, I know I'm here, but like at some point, there's only 2 lines left to draw. Okay, then we can start drawing real things. All right, I'm sorry.
That's we'll find a way. I'm worried about them finding a way to like. All they need to find to win the game would be okay.
Well,
Are you sure about that?
that makes their creatures bigger, which is decently strong.
Also loses them the game in one turn.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So as long as they can kill us right away, then they're good. But they have to kill us immediately. So I guess they're going to all out us here, right? They have to. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can trade with a token and block the 3/3, and we do like 8 damage here.
Take 9.
Yeah, so we're still dead next turn unless we can draw something good. But we get 2 chances of that. So I mean, chances are good that we get something good. We're gonna draw 2 lands.
Yes, that's a guarantee.
But like they didn't know that, so like that's
Ha!
oh, hello.
Okay.
But what if you play an 8/8? That tells us we can't pay life to activate abilities, but also we don't take any damage.
All right. Out of their cards that are left, 3 of them are lands. If they're playing 17, so they have 1 real card. Is it a kill spell? It's the only. Is it a kill spell for Platinum Imperium?
Yep. Go to us. That's it. That's what you got. If that's what you got, you win. But
It is.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And they have enough other stuff to kill us here,
They've
even
sacked all their
through
lands.
that, right?
Yeah, they've sacked all their lands.
Yeah, they have lands. Mm-hmm. Bummer.
We are dead.
Ugh. So close.
Yeah. That when I saw Mantle, I knew they had an infinite. So our entire deck couldn't get there. And I again, had I not fucked up Nim Death Mantle, I think we would have been fine. But
Yeah.
I completely dropped the ball on
Yeah,
that.
get rid of the Planeswalker a bit earlier, be able to maybe attack them to death. But yeah, that was a bummer.
Just having rocks around to be able to throw at servo tokens or the planeswalkers.
Yeah, totally.
God, that was 1. Okay.
All right. Okay, that was game 1.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Okay. All right.
We are
Phew.
here. We are here
At some
for.
point, I think I forgot about that. I was like, well, this must be game 3 because it's been going on for a long time.
We are here for an eternity.
Oh boy. All right. Well, you know what? We know their entire deck now, and they know our entire deck. So let's
Look,
I'm not the only one.
here's the thing about like reading cards. How many cards do you think there are in the game of Magic?
Look, I maybe read Dim Death Mantle back when it was a card in the format a decade ago, a literal decade ago.
Like how many cards do you think there are in Magic the Gathering? How many cards do you think there are printed yearly in Magic the Gathering?
When I started playing a whole lot, there was 10,000 cards, and that was more than a long time ago.
Sorry,
They've accelerated how many they print each year.
Yeah,
so
this is not an aggressive at you. There
have
been a number of people who have aggressively had it at me about it, and like,
but yeah,
my response
no worries.
to that is,
I understand.
Yeah, like,
my point is that there were too many cards when I started playing. And at the time I didn't have to worry about random sweepers from like multiplayer sets.
mm,
Like at the time, you could just worry about what came out in standard, and if you were paying attention to standard, you at least knew all the cards, even if you didn't remember like specific ones. At least maybe you saw them in a spoiler once, and we're just like, oh shit, what is that? Oh, I guess it's from a
Mm,
random multiplayer set that came out 8 years ago. Well, okay, I guess I lose. GG. Yeah, it feels like a lot of the way, at least for these, because I do really appreciate their cube series.
mm,
With like let's just look at whatever fucking cubes there are that exist. Like people made a lot of cool cubes. Look at the theme ones they have, and it's a lot of fun all in all. The problem is that they generally have much more specialized lists of what are in the cube. And that means that unless you're paying very, very close attention to what's in that cube, or you're playing it a lot for the couple weeks that it's out, you are not generally going to know enough about the list to know what to play around.
yeah. The but no, the I am. I don't know. Again, this is a talk I have a lot about how like because my mind has to hold 15,000 cards, it tends to shortcut text on a lot of them to what
Hmm.
I expect it to be. Nim Death
Yep.
Mantle needing to be equipped, for instance, because it equips itself
Yes.
on death.
It makes a lot of sense for it to be equipped first, right? Like, hey,
This,
you
this looks good.
you you can equip it to just give it a +2/+2 if you want to, I guess. That's text that exists on the card.
Yeah, with
But
it.
also, if it's something dies, you can just pay the equip cost and bring it back.
Yes. But on top of that, like Magic is a game that used to. If you take a look at like number of cards printed over time, uh, Magic used to be about like 700, like 700 might be lowballing it. 800 to 1,000, based on if there was a fourth set in the year and such. Um, Whereas these days, every set is gigantic, and there's like 4 or 5 side
Yep.
sets
Hmm.
that
Then
all.
you have all these are added to the list, which don't really affect what sets they're in to print new cards and stuff, but it's a small thing. There's what's the box topper? What's the commander deck cards that get added?
Yeah,
What are the alchemy cards now that are created? So if you're playing on Arena and you're playing, oof, they stoned India. Sorry, it only costs 2 mana, but they spent their turn 3 doing it, which means it's still Stone Rain, which is especially effective against a person that whew, doesn't have another land to play. Ooh,
no.
they could have known that one, but it still hurts just as bad.
And here comes, I'm guessing, Brea. This is Brea,
Pretty strong
man.
to play off this mana set. Yeah.
That's a Brea turn to me.
So they play Brea.
Yeah, we don't have
Um, if you draw a artifact land, do you kill Brea? It doesn't matter.
Let's
This match is over. We're
this
done.
match is over. We were stone rained and destroyed.
Yep.
It's actually quite like, and here I am like, using that fetch on 2, trying to make sure that
Yeah.
we hit 4 and just 4. But anyway,
Man.
so
Well, that is the I was gonna say downside to Kabanaw being on the stream. When really it's just the other side of the coin, and both sides of the coin are bad. Um,
yeah, no,
where you draw too many lands one game, and the next game you don't draw enough.
I'm really.
Uh,
I feel kind of bad showing these cubes off in this way,
yeah.
in the sense that like these cubes feel like cubes that like you want to go in once blind and once knowledgeable.
Yep.
Where like now we're aware of like how like what possible options our opponents have, and also more importantly, what options look real at draft.
Mhm.
Um, Things like how there was a really strong looking equip theme in Boros.
Right.
Cards like Ragavan existing, and like we saw how White had a lot of really powerful ones as well. On the other side of the coin, we know that like Blue has these sort of like high impact uh spells as well as just sort of like desertion is one that I remembered seeing as we went through here.
Hmm.
Um, but like I'm actually not certain what black is doing as much in this. Powering a lot of multicolored cards.
I think that
Removal.
what's the one black card from Mirrodin?
Disciple the Vault.
Yes, I believe Vault is in this cube.
It was in my first pack. Pick one, pack one.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
could have picked it instead
So
of Brea, which
so my guess is that plus artifact sacrifice is a plan that exists.
yeah. I know I saw Marionetter as well, which is like a really, 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 really expensive
Yeah.
copy of that. Um, but yeah, sadly with this one going 3 hours and the way my
Yep.
schedule works,
Yep.
I'm not
That's yep.
unable
And
to.
this cube ends. Sorry.
I might have to think about just like restructuring the day I do Magic for that because this has come up a
Yeah.
number of times where like I try to do this and then realize I don't have the ability to do a second draft, and that makes me feel bad because I feel like I'm not giving you the
Hmm.
full
Hmm.
experience of the cube.
You could try I suppose swapping Slay Spire and Magic.
Putting Magic on Wednesday, so I'm playing it on
Hmm.
day one on release.
Yeah, that also gives you the ability to be playing with people that are also looking at the first time, potentially, as opposed to
Hmm.
people that are, playing it for weeks.
Right.
Um, and then, sort of going up against people that know the meta and are like, no, these are the good cards, these are the good decks, these are what's going to win me games. Um,
I might consider that. I know, like, I've basically done Magic on Tuesdays because I've done Magic on Tuesdays. Has been the answer.
mhm.
It's been, well, why is it on Tuesdays? Because it's been that way since
That's
2013.
that's when you play Magic. Like,
So
what's the question here? But yeah, no, I do think that there was an actual reason why Wednesday's a good day to go for because there's new cube.
yeah, because
New
then
cube day is Wednesdays.
like I'll still run into the same issue on Wednesday where like it is currently 10 o'clock. If I did a run back, I would
Hmm.
um do a major disservice to myself tomorrow uh
Uh-huh.
at work where um I mean I
Morning gens would be very upset with nighttime gens for doing two Magic drafts.
yeah, but doing it on I don't know. I'll think about it. It's something I've been thinking about now that like right now I'm free on Friday and we're coming to a
Hmm.
close soon on uh uh lightning returns.
Yeah. Hmm.
So and it is the end of the year and like I'm doing uh special so Kamigawa's release dates are on Thursdays. That's another problem. Is that like
Right.
arena dates are Thursdays, MTG like so like
Yeah.
there's that to consider
It's
as well.
there's no good day to stream Magic the Gathering.
Do I maybe fit it on Thursday and move me and Luke doing things on back to Wednesday or maybe to Friday? I
Yeah.
don't know. But I mean the thing is this is a good time to kind of mess around with the schedule because
Hmm.
this week tomorrow is still Slay the Spire. Um but then there's no stream planned for Thursday, Friday. That doesn't 100% mean there will be no stream
Right.
at the moment because as as days have passed, I have been more and more uh, reticent to make travel plans. Let's just say.
Hmm. Yeah. Fair.
Um, so still figuring that one out. But either way, there's no planned stream on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week is Questmas 2. The I'd say the sequel to Questmas, but it's more the randomizer of Questmas. I don't know the Questmas shuffled. Okay, hold on. What's a sequel that's like? Is that like Gremlins 2?
Uh,
Like, what would be a good sequel that's not like a sequel, but like Evil Dead 2?
oh, Evil Dead 2 is a great one. It's just Evil Dead 2 is just the Evil Dead, but it's a little bit different. I think it's perfect.
I think it's a good one. Yeah. So we'll say it's like the Evil Dead 2 of Christmas streams. But yeah, that is the Quest 64 randomizer. Going to start at noon. Go all day. Um, I'll be hanging out with folks who'll be coming in and out. Um, it has a lot of quality of life upgrades as well as randomizer stuff, so that'll be neat. Like one of them is
Yeah.
bosses don't all dispel, which I think is a really big upgrade in that game.
Yeah, uh-huh. You can do things to bosses? You can do things to yourself while fighting bosses?
Yeah,
Wow.
wow. But yeah, so look forward to that. Thank you, Kabanaw, for joining today. I appreciate
Yeah, for sure. Glad I could be here for this, unfortunately.
it. Hey,
Unfortunate that my curse seemed to have lost you a match 3, but you know.
I I lost that one not reading Nim Death Mantle.
Yeah, yeah.
That's on me.
I mean that okay, if you actually want to put it on how you could as a player improve and do better and like learn things, then yes, it was on you.
Yes.
If you want to put it on just incredibly bad luck because a person's cursed, then it's on me.
Sure. Yeah. I accept both of these outcomes. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's the schedule for the weekend and such. Um, there are very, very likely to be a lot of extra streams within the next couple weeks. Um, Having a lot of free time over the week between Christmas and New Year's. I'll try to put together some form of like not as much a schedule, but at least a hey, if you're looking to catch cards, maybe show up on this day, that sort of thing. So anyway, thank you all for joining, listening to me go on. Thank you to Team JBro for the raid earlier. I appreciate it a lot. You can follow, you can subscribe. You get all the cool skulls and slimes. That's everything. Have a good night, everybody.